I am demanding full interaction from the group. Okay? Pwede kayong mag-type ng kung ano yung reaction ninyo, pwede kayong mag-heart, stuff like that. Pwede nyo ipunin yung questions nyo or insights, realizations that you have as we go through this whole thing. Okay? So I have something I really want to share tonight. Basically, the 5 C's of clarity that I have discovered in my own journey and the journey of the people that I am taking care of. No? So including mga clients, mga coaches, mentees, family members, whoever it is that's under my care. I've discovered yung 5 C's of clarity. And the dilemma lang is this. Madalas, pag hinahanap natin yung clarity, okay, so parang gusto natin i-sort out yung confusion that we have in the choices sa career, sa relationships, sa anumang area of life. We're looking at it as if it's an external thing. Okay, na it's something that you find outside of you. Okay? In the same way na parang may craving ka, di ba? Tapos usually, syempre, ang craving natin is pagkain. Diba? So, fulfill lang yung craving na yun kapag bumili ka ng specific na example. Ngayon, gusto ko ng Jolly Hotdog. Tapos suddenly, samgyeopsal na. Di ba? Like, mafulfill lang yung craving na yun if I actually buy like Jolly Hotdog or samgyeopsal or both. Okay? That's how we usually respond to yung needs natin or yung cravings natin. We look for it first somewhere outside of us. Okay? So, mas sanay tayo na gano'n. Like, if you feel like may kulang, may need, may kailangan i-sort out, mapufulfill to ng something outside of us. Okay? Yun yung normal human behavior. Why? Kasi normally, ang pananaw talaga natin sa mundo is from the inside out. Di ba? Alam niyo ba na pag tumingin kayo sa salamin, hindi naman talaga ganun yung itsura din nyo kapag tinitingnan kayo ng ibang tao. It's a different, like, I mean, hindi man sobrang different na parang nagmumukha kang artista sa paningin ng ibang tao, di ba? Tapos sa salamin, hindi gano'n. But iba talaga yung iba yung symmetry, iba yung shape ng face natin from the viewpoint of other people. So, no person has ever seen themselves like accurately, katulad ng kung paano sila nakikita ng ibang tao. Unless, pagtapatin mo yung dalawang salamin, so you get to see your reflection and that reflection reflects on the other mirror and then you get to see how other people see you. Okay? Now, sanay tayo na tinitingnan natin yung world from the inside out. Okay? Ang tricky thing about clarity is that you will not find it anywhere outside of yourself. Okay? Ibig sabihin, para mahanap mo talaga yung clarity, kailangan mo munang maniwala na yung sagot is nasa iyo na. Okay? Hindi something na hahabulin mo pa o i-search for mo pa. Okay? Pwedeng makatulong yung ibang mga bagay, like people, environments, circumstances, learning materials, resources, whatever it is that you can buy or even participate in. But if wala yung initial belief na clarity already resides within myself, clarity will not be found. Okay? So, yun yung unang kailangan natin establish. The clarity is found within, it's already residing inside of you. The answers that you seek ay nasa iyo na. Ang madalas lang kulang is a space kung saan pwede mong explore kung ano na ba yung mga answers within you. Okay? So itong Zoom room na to, itong session natin, is basically just giving you the opportunity na mabigyan ng space na lumabas kung ano yung mga sagot na tama na talaga para sa'yo. Okay? Now here's the thing. Tama para sa'yo. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung answers for you doesn't have to be the same answers for everyone kahit pareho kayo ng sitwasyon. Okay? There will always be layers na unique sa journey mo. Okay? And even if pwede natin i-idolize yung ibang tao kasi role model sila in a specific thing that we want to achieve, o pwede na-inspire tayo sa stories ng ibang tao around us, okay? Your clarity will look different from theirs. It should. Because if it doesn't look different than theirs, if pareho lang yun, ng lahat ng layers, it's most likely a copy-pasted version. It's something na hinugot from external, hindi nahanap from within. Okay? It's kind of like philosophical siguro sounding for some people that's here. But pag pinasimple natin, kung ano yung sitwasyon mo ngayon and what you're trying to figure out, yung sagot ay nasa iyo na. Okay? But you have to believe that in order to gain the confidence na, okay, explore natin kung ano yung sagot. Kasi if ang belief mo is wala sa iyo yung sagot, it wouldn't make sense for you to explore pa, ano ba talaga yung gusto mo? Ano ba talaga yung best para sa sitwasyon na to? Okay? And even other people involved. Okay? So I'll just give a quick framework, the 5 C's of how to give clarity, space in your life. Okay? So, lahat to nagsimula sa letter C, kaya nga siya 5 C's. Okay? But, I guess I'll just draw something. This may be simpler. So I'm sharing my advanced screen. Okay. Our interactions can continue via chat. So kung meron kayong mga any reactions you want moving forward, feel free to. Okay. Okay. Sige. Sige. First things off. Um, yung first C, okay, actually wala naman talaga siyang masyadong order. You can interchange this. Pero yung una is found in, wait a sec. Okay. So yung first starts with calm. Okay? This is the first C. Now, madalas natin, nafu-fuel yung confusion natin kasi wala tayong enough bandwidth para i-process, pag-isipan ng maayos, and feel more deeply kung ano yung nangyari sa buhay natin about. Kumbaga masyado tayong busy. Okay? Masyadong naka-autopilot yung mga bagay. Therefore, it's like life is happening to us instead of nafe-feel natin na nananamnam natin yung experiences of life. Okay? So when I say calm, this is the first C. Minsan, actually madalas, ang kailangan mo is like 2 weeks of good night's sleep. Okay? Or to have proper breaks. Bakasyon, okay? Or may space ka na hindi mo muna kailangan pag-isipan kung ano yung mga usually responsibilities, obligasyon, at nagpe-pressure sa'yo na kailangan mong gampanan. Okay? Sometimes it's spending time away with people. Okay? Pero minsan din naman, it's spending time with people who feeds your peace. Okay? But most people, kaya naging mailap yung clarity sa atin kasi we haven't taken care of our rest cycles. Kung kailan tayo nare-recharge, kung kailan tayo nakapagpahinga ng maayos. And it's not just the physical kind ng pahinga. Okay? Pahinga sa pag-iisip, pahinga sa like heavy emotions, handling those burdens. Okay? Now, if you haven't prioritized yung calm in your life, okay? So, ngayon, ang gusto ko lang gawin ninyo is to look at your calendar. Look at your calendar right now. We're gonna be practical about this. Okay? Um, Tapos kailangan next week, or pwede rin this week, but like look at your calendar for next week. Okay? Nakalagay na ba dyan kung kailan ka regularly natutulog? Okay? So I want you to, okay, I'll demo this real quick. Stop share. Okay. So sa akin, ang ginagamit ko is Google Calendar. Okay, so burahin ko muna yung schedule. Yan, para makita ninyo. Okay. Tapos, tsaka natin siya gawin. Okay. Sige. Let me seeing this na. This is my Google Calendar. Okay. Kita na ba? And sabi dito, ano yung tulog? Okay, kung ganyan yung feeling ninyo, tapos mailap yung clarity sa buhay ninyo, it just makes sense. Okay? Unahin natin yung ano, yung pinaka-basic. So, calm. So, here, ako ay natutulog na 11 p.m. Okay? So, if I'm gonna set this up, and let's say it's an 8-hour period, okay? Just gonna create this one, okay? Tapos, set up ko yung 8 hours. So, that's gonna be 11 hanggang 7 a.m. Okay? So, that's my 8-hour period. Okay? Just gonna go for sleep. By the way, sa akin pala, ang ginagawa ko is, hindi to naka-label as event. Okay? Naka-label to as focus time. And focus time. So, naka-do not disturb na siya for, tapos nagsisync na yan with devices. Anyway, so, this is gonna be sleep from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's 8 hours of sleep. And then, I'll just repeat it daily. Okay? So, read this. Ayan. Naka-block na sa calendar ko yung sleep time. Okay? Now, this is so simple. Of course, you would have to stick with the schedule you've chosen. But what happens here is when you look at your calendar, tapos nandiyan na lagi yung reminder na, ay, oo nga pala, ito yung sinet ko na tayo na magpapahinga ko. Okay? That helps change how your brain is wired in relationship ng work and then rest. Okay? Simple shifts, pero can be powerful habang mas na-expose ka doon over time. It's just like marketing. Sa una, ayaw mo naman talagang bilhin yun, pero dahil paulit-ulit mo lang nakikita, parang sige na nga, try ko na nga, tapos bibilin mo na. Okay? This is yung marketing sleep to yourself. Okay? Kapag titignan mo yung calendar, oo nga pala, sleep should be part of my life. Okay? Pwedeng magawa mo kagad dun sa sleep, pwedeng hindi, but what matters is you get reminded, and then as you get reminded, then mas nagiging part siya ng lifestyle moving forward. Or mahihiya ka enough sa sarili mo kasi parang, ano ba 'to, naka-schedule yung sleep ko nito tapos di mo ako natulog ng ganito, okay? So you can rearrange the schedule, okay? Another way is to just set up ano yung nap times mo, okay? Kung hindi man full 8 hours sleep, but that's kumbaga like the basic, okay? You can also schedule nap times. Pwedeng daily, pwedeng over the weekends, ikaw bahala. But what matters is yung initial or most basic na kind of rest na kailangan natin for our body, for our minds, even for our emotions, sleep or naps, nakalagay na siya sa somewhere na lagi kang mare-remind about. Okay? That's part of initiating yung clarity through the first letter C, which is calm. Okay. Another area here is ano ba yung mga bagay na nagre-recharge sa'yo? Ano yung mga activities na mas malaki yung nababalik sa'yo na energy, mas na-energize ka, kaysa nade-drain ka? Okay? Yung tipong after that activity, refreshed ka na and kaya mong harapin lahat ng problema sa mundo. Okay? Each person has that kind of activity. Ang suggestion is to place that as frequently as possible in your calendar. Tuwing kailan mo siya pwedeng gawin. Okay? And then have a dedicated schedule for it. For me, that's gaming. Okay? So, meron akong halos araw-araw kalaro. He's my best friend. Actually, isa sa inyo dito kilala siya. So, ang name niya is Josh. Okay. So, naglalaro lang kami na naka-schedule. But we make it a bit more productive kasi nagte-trade rin kami sa Forex tsaka sa crypto habang naglalaro from time to time. Okay? So, that's a multi-layered hub. Anyway, na-set up niyo na ba yung practical side of this? Like with the calm side, it's more about rest, recreation, being recharged. Okay? So if mailap yung clarity sa buhay mo ngayon, nahihirapan ka mag-desisyon what's best for you, okay? Nahihirapan ka maging confident with the answer na alam mo, eto naman na talaga yung dapat ko i-pursue. Ang kailangan mo, unang-una, is mas maayos na pahinga. Okay? We'll dive into the next scene. Okay? So yung next scene natin is, okay, sharing my iPad screen. Let me tell. Okay. Okay. Yung next na scene natin, eto madalas na napag-uusapan in this day and age, especially online, it's community. Okay. So, wait. Hindi ko alam ba't hindi siya sumulat. Anyway, weird. Sige, I'll drop this for now. So, verbal lang muna tayo. So first is calm and then next is community. Okay? Paano pwedeng magkaroon ng better clarity in your life by interacting with other people? Okay? There's a lot of traps here, kaya kailangan kong linawin. Okay? Kanina nabanggit ko, di ba, that
Coach, nag-freeze ka.
right,
Oo.
right. Okay na ba as of now?
Yeah.
I actually think it's an internet thing. Sorry about that. Anyway, with communities, what usually happens is nakikita natin kung paano nagpa-progress or nag-grow yung ibang tao. Hindi ko alam if naglalag ako. Kamusta on your end?
Okay na coach, okay.
Is it bearable? Sige, pasensya na about this.
Okay naman po.
Ayan. Right. So, when we see other people's journey, nakikita natin yung progress and growth na meron sila. Okay? And ang madalas na nangyari is we compare ourselves with other people. Okay? That's just human instinct. Okay? Pero madalas ang nangyayari is kapag kinompare natin yung negative parts of our journey to the positive parts of other people's journey, nafe-fuel lalo yung dissatisfaction that we have in our own journeys. Okay? So nagiging downward spiral yung cycle na yun. Instead na makatulong yung isang community for us to be inspired, to be pushed, to have a certain kind of healthy pressure, ang nangyayari is nauubos yung capability natin kasi feeling natin hindi natin kaya or hindi natin kaya in the same way that they can. Okay? So that's one traps of being part of a community. Okay? Na kahit hindi mo sadyain, usa mong makukumpara yung sarili mo sa journey ng iba. Okay? And at any point in time, there will be people who's doing way better than you. Kunyari, na-hit mo na yung goal mo, meron pa rin people na mas advanced than you. Okay? So that kind of comparison can be a never-ending cycle. Okay? Unless we become more aware and we can use it more wisely. Okay? So when I say community dito, how do you get better clarity? By engaging with the community. So you need to find people na kapareho ng context mo. Okay? So when I say kapareho ng context, ano ba yung mga roles and functions that you have in life? Diba? So some of us here are moms, some of us here are dads, some of us, let's say, may 4 na anak, some of us may 2 anak. Okay? Some of us are, kumbaga, may corporate job, o kaya nag-aaral pa, o kaya nag-freelance, o kaya may business on the side. Diba? Some of us have merong kasambahay versus walang kasambahay. Okay? Yung most useful comparisons that you can have, most useful connections that can fuel clarity in your life through community is interacting with people na mas maraming similarities with your situation. Okay? So, ako, a 34-year-old, may asawa, wala pa kaming anak, I have businesses that I'm running on my side, on the side, and iba pang stuff about my life. Okay? I can compare myself to the results of someone na, let's say, 45-ish na siya, tapos like he's building business differently. Okay? Ayoko rin naman i-compare yung sarili ko sa someone na 23-year-old tapos like merong, let's say, a good e-commerce empire. Right? So, there's different layers to each journey. Pero sa community side, nagiging fuel siya for clarity, okay, naging space siya for clarity if you're connecting yourself with people na may similarities with your journey. Okay? But the more na yung attention mo and yung interactions mo are with people na iba dun sa journey mo, then comparison would be detrimental. And mas ang naku-fuel niya is yung confusion. Okay? So, in whatever community you are in, online man yan o offline, okay? It's wise to take note ano ba yung mga similarities. Okay? And sa mga tao na mas marami kang similarities, then mas marami kayong pwedeng i-share sa isa't isa kung saan lilinaw yung choices ninyo moving forward or the options na most suitable. Okay? Madalas naman natin ito narinig na parang kapag sobrang iba ng sitwasyon, di ba, we reject the advice of those people. Along the lines of, di mo naman kasi maiintindihan yung pinagdadaanan ko. Okay? Like, we know that na hindi tayo maintindihan fully ng someone na hindi ko pinagdadaanan natin. But at the same time, when it comes to communities, especially online communities, it's as if parang lahat ng journeys kailangan maging inspiration natin o kailangan tingnan natin o kalikutin natin, even when it's irrelevant naman talaga sa kung nasan tayo right now. Okay? So being a bit more choosy, narrowing down, that's part of what fuels clarity. Nabibigyan ng space yung clarity mo from within. Okay. So far, kamusta kayo with this? I'm sharing with you yung concepts how to mas madali mapalitaw yung clarity, yung answers in your situation right now. Okay. Kung meron kayong any questions, feel free to note it. Okay? Pwede nyo ring i-drop dito sa chat box natin. Tapos if we still have time, we can cater to that. Ayun. Okay. Sige. So, yung next natin, nagsusulat pa ako, hindi nyo na nga pala nakita. Yung next natin is commitment. Okay? Commitment. So ito yung madalas na nating naririnig na ang clarity comes from taking action. Okay? So kapag nag-commit ka sa isang choice, sa isang bagay, what happens is meron kang movement dun sa specific path na yun and makikita mo if it's working for you or not. Okay? If it's working for you, then may choice ka to continue or stop, depende sa'yo. Diba? If it's not working for you, actually, ganun din naman. May choice ka to continue, stop, figure things out. Okay? Now, ito yung pinaka binibida, okay, sa lahat, yung taking action. Okay? But not all action has equal costs and not all action has equal results. Okay? So, ano yung clarity na side dito sa commitment? Okay? Before you commit into something, okay, properly assessing kung kaya mong panindigan yung commitment na yun is a must. Okay? Yes, dapat talaga tayo mag-take action. Pero if we haven't properly assessed kung this is something na kaya kong panindigan, okay, gusto kong panindigan, willing ako to figure things out. This is really as important as I say it is. Okay? Usually, masasayang yung effort natin. Okay? Kasi, hindi pa dumarating yung results na ina-expect mo, pwedeng bitawan mo na yung pag-take action. Okay? Just to give you context, this is a business example. Okay. So when it comes to getting clients, okay, for service-based entrepreneurs, 3% of the market is ready to buy right now. Meaning, kung may lahat ng industry, lahat ng niche, kahit saan ka pa mag-market, 3% of the market is ready na bumili ng solution dun sa problema na alam na nila about themselves. Okay? So kung 100 yung kausap mo, 3 yung potential na bumili ng service mo. Of course, hindi naman sigurado na sa'yo sila bibili. It's just that for every 100 na kausap mo, 3 yung ready na bumili. Kasi alam na nila yung problema nila, alam na nila kung ano yung solusyon, naghahanap lang sila ng pwedeng mag-provide ng actual solution. Okay? May budget na sila, napag-isipan na nila, ayaw na nila ng consequences ng problem, so gusto nila, matuldukan na yun sa buhay nila right now. Baka malala na yung problema o napag-isipan na nila talaga, na hinog na yung idea in their heads na, okay, this needs to be solved. Kailangan to gawa ng paraan. So, constantly, if you get to talk to 100 people, there's 3 potential buyers ng actually any product or service that you have. Okay? However, 80% of the market becomes ready to buy within 2 to 5 months time once they have discovered their problem. Okay? So, kunyari, alam ko na yung problema ko ngayon, commonly, papalalain ko muna yung problema bago ako gawa ng solution. Okay? 2 to 5 months time, yung usual decision-making period. Ibig sabihin, kung nag-connect ako sa 100 people at nakausap ko yun in the first month, okay, of trying to find clients, meron akong 3 na pwedeng bumili sa akin. On the second month, 100 ulit nakausap ko, may 3 na pwedeng bumili sa akin. So, 6 na sila ngayon na potential clients. On the third month, okay, may 100 ulit akong kausap, so may extra naman na 3. Pero possibly, 80% of the people I talked to on the first month ay ready na to buy on the third month. Which is the best case scenario kasi 2 months lang. Worst case scenario is within 5 months tsaka sila maging ready. Okay? So, if I can stick to talking to 100 people for the next 5 months, lugi ako dun sa effort ko. Kasi effortan ko yung first 2 months na may least potential results. Tapos, pag tumigil na ako dun, masasayang na yung mga una kong nakausap. Naman nagiging ready pa lang to actually be part of my leads list or pwedeng bumili sa akin at another point in time. Okay? So this is one example of the commitment side. Kaya mo bang panindigan for a specific time frame yung specific action na kailangan natin gawin? Kasi kung hindi, it takes more energy to start something, okay, than to continue it. Tapos you can reap the results from continuing it. Okay? If puro simula yung meron tayo, well, mahirapan tayo mas maging clear kung ano ba yung next step or direction for us. Okay? So that's the commitment side. I know the business example would be relevant for most of us here. Okay. May question dito, hanggang kailan mo malalaman kung need na i-stop ang mga bagay-bagay? Okay. So, there's the worst case scenario where your function is compromised. Meaning, hindi mo na kaya na ipagpatuloy yung specific commitment or action na yun. Ano yung mga usual cases like that? Example, nagkasakit ka. Okay? That could be a physical thing or it can be a mental health thing. But it's worse enough para hindi ka na makapag-function. Kung ano yung kailangan mong gawin, kasi hindi mo na makapag. Okay? Ako, I have chronic conditions and there are times na pag umatake yung nerve condition ko, hindi ako makatayo. So dahil di ako makatayo, dati, nag-stop na yung buong araw. Ngayon, sometimes hindi ako makatayo, I still hop on messenger calls with people and nadidiskartehan ko na siya because I can manage it better. Okay? But function is one of the things we're looking at. Kaya mo pa bang mag-function for whatever reason? And sometimes, hindi naman yung hirap lang ng commitment yung nagko-contribute kung bakit nako-compromise yung function natin. Okay? It can be other people, it can be emergencies, it can be just life happening. Okay? So, kung kailan mo kailangan i-stop, hanggat kaya mo mag-function, kumbaga, ituloy mo lang siya. If hindi mo talaga kaya mag-function, then, ano na yun, automatic stop na yun. Okay, wala ka naman magagawa doon. That's one. That's a worst case scenario. Okay? Pangalawa is, you have to understand na when you're committing to something, your commitment is only based on what you know right now. Okay? Pero, in any path, as long as we're pursuing it, may natututunan pa tayo doon along the way. Ibig sabihin, yung learnings, nagiging extra information, nagiging extra set of information to create new choices moving forward. Okay? So, if you see na meron ka ng better options to pursue, okay? And then, nakakuha na ng initial results from what you are taking action on, okay lang kahit mag-switch ka na ng commitment or you spice things up. Okay? So, dalawa yung conditions doon. May better option and meron ng initial results doon sa una mong sinimulan. The worst thing that could happen is, may better option pero wala ka pang initial results na nasimulan mo. Okay? Bakit worse yun? Kasi, magsisimula ka ng panibago, pero wala pang ebidensya na you can stick to it until magkaroon ka na ng results. Okay? So, ang pwedeng mangyari is, you build this pattern na as long as may tingin mo better option, mag-jump ka dun sa better option. Regardless, if na-build mo na yung sense of commitment na kaya mong panindigan yung mga bagay until you see results. Okay? So, mag-jump ka lang from one thing to another and eventually mas mako-confuse ka lang along the way. Okay? Another part of this is timeline. Okay? So, gaano katagal mo na sinusubukan yung isang bagay? And when I say timeline, it's not just a matter of, meron kasi tayong normal timeline na parang 24 hours in a day, di ba? 7 days in a week, 30 days in a month, di ba? Yun, normal yun. Lumilipas yun. And kusang gumagalaw yung oras, wala kang control doon. Okay? Pero yung actual hours that you are spending for actually taking action, yun talaga lang yung counted na timeline. Does that make sense? So parang I've been talking to business owners, so sabi niya, 2 taon ko nang tinatrabaho itong negosyo ko, pero parang hindi pa rin talaga nagpo-fly. Hindi pa rin ko pa rin talaga ma-figure out. Tapos, check namin yung routine niya. Okay? Ano yung ginagawa niya working on the business. Tapos, parang nasa 4 weeks lang talaga. In the span of 2 years, kinumpute namin lahat ng hours na in-spend niya into building that business. Nasa 4 weeks lang talaga na time frame yun. Within 2 years. Okay? So, ang in-spend niya lang talaga na time at dapat pinanghihinayangan niya is yung 4 weeks. Pero ang dating is, ang pinanghihinayangan niya is 2 years na yung ginugol ko dito. Pero in actuality, hindi naman talaga. Of course, that's lack of awareness. Feeling niya, 2 years na yung binuhos niya na effort on the business, but it's really just 4 weeks within 2 years. Okay? That's a different story. Kumbaga, naiinis siya, nagre-reklamo siya for expected results within a 2-year time frame. Pero ang effort na na-put in pa lang is 4 weeks. Okay? So, there's that timeline aspect as well. Gano'ng katagal mo na siya binibigyan ng pansin? Now, if it's anything related to business, 6 months is the minimum. Kasi 2 to 5 months, pinapahinog mo pa lang yung potential customers that you can get. So if you can stick to a specific setup ng business for 6 months at the very least, well, ano pa yun, wala ka pang karapatan na itigil yun. Even if you have to pause in between kung sakaling function requires that you pause. Pero kailangan mong buuin yung at least 6 months of commitment within that specific endeavor. Ayun. And lastly, would be if what you're doing is posing harm to other people. Okay? And when we say harm, can be sa loved ones o sa iba pang mga tao that's involved in whatever you're doing. So, ito ay sagot pa rin dun sa tanong na kailan mo dapat i-stop. Okay? If there's potential harm towards others, okay, that's an indicator na, okay, kailangan mo mag-recalibrate with this whole thing. Okay. One example of that, okay, we can create multiple offers as business owners, freelancers, entrepreneurs. Pero hindi lahat ng offers will be the best for our clients. Okay? And sometimes you don't know it from the start. Kasi sa simula, when you're offering something, it's with the best intentions and you really want to help them solve their problems. But along the way, you will realize that some solutions, the shape and forms of the solutions you're providing is not the best fit para sa needs talaga ng people that you want to serve better. Okay? So, if you discover na something is detrimental or kulang or masayang resources nila o mas may pwede pa silang masulit na other option, then it's a good indicator to stop na kung ano yung, let's say, older version of helping. Older offer or older na ano. Na. This happens a lot to people who write books. I'm not sure sino dito yung avid reader ng books, no? But hindi ko lang may papapansin nyo kasi I look at the marketing of books. Example would be Mark Manson. Okay? The writer ng Everything is Fuck. Okay? The idea is, ngayon, if you look at what he is creating right now, may mga ideas from his previous books na kinokontra niya na ngayon. Sometimes in a subtle way, sometimes in a more markety way. Kasi may iba na siyang tinatry rin na i-put out na product. Na yun naman yung mas kailangan niyang i-position in the market. Okay? But, yung iba't ibang klase ng mga libro, meron din yung mga editions. Meron mga revisions. Meron mga bagay na binabago, dinadagdagan, binabawas along the way. Because, yung author, at the time na sinulat niya yun yung version niya as a person. And then eventually, may natututunan pa siyang ibang mga stuff in life and nare-refine din kung ano yung mga nasa previous works niya. It's just harder for books. Kasi books, kapag nag-write ka na ng something, parang immortalized na yun. As long as na-market mo siya to enough people. Maalala na yun ng mga tao. So minsan nakakatawa pag nag-email si James Clear, tapos napapansin ko yung discrepancies with what he wrote in Atomic Habits and then kung ano yung nasa email niya. Of course, di ko na yung parang kinakalat sa ibang tao. Pero may kita mo yung differences because people will always evolve. Okay? So darating na lang sa point, papalitan na yung edition ng book nila. O kaya magkaroon ng onting revision. And then, panibago yung cover. Tapos ibibenta ulit. Okay? That's part of what reconciles yung parang, ito yung previous version ng author, ito na ako ngayon, and ito lahat ng learnings ko in between. So yeah, if something poses harm to others, it's an outdated version, diba? It's not as helpful anymore. Like, it's an indicator to stop. But again, a condition done is may better option ba? May something to transition to. Okay? So, ang common thing here, para malaman kailan ka mag-stop, is meron na dapat kasunod. Okay? An analogy here would be, for non-entrepreneurs, parang si Tarzan. Okay? This is an analogy I come up like on the spot sa isang call that I had kanina. So, she's working sa corporate, transitioning into freelancing. Okay? And then, well, basically, kaya niyo ba si Tarzan? Like the nagsaswing sa vine, sa bagging, di ba? So basically, pag nagsaswing siya, di ba? Para makaswing siya dun sa next, kailangan nakikita niya na yung bagging na yun. Tapos alam niya na kung saan siya kakapit. Okay? Kasi kung hindi, magsaswing lang siya, tapos babalik. Gaganon-ganon lang siya kung wala pa siyang sunod na kakapitan na vine. Tama? That's usually a dilemma that we have kapag confused tayo, pag wala tayong clarity, kapag hindi pa natin alam what's next. Okay? So we start to swing, and then kahit gusto nating mag-move forward, wala namang kasunod na pwede mong kapitan. Okay? And sometimes yung vines na yun with Tarzan, it's provided by the environment. Okay? So kung wala tayo sa proper environment, then the opportunities to move forward can be lacking as well. Okay? That's usually true for non-entrepreneurs or hindi mo pa na-figure out masyado yung business world. Kasi ang difference naman, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a certain experience na in building business, ikaw na yung nag-create ng opportunities for yourself. You're not at the mercy of your environment. Okay? So Tarzan, nakaasa siya sa kung ano yung mga bagging na nandun, tapos doon siya mag-swing. That's based on his environment. Ang flip side nun, kapag entrepreneur ka, you're more like Spider-Man. Okay? Where you actually produce your own web, tapos doon ka nagsuswing sa sarili mong web. So regardless of anong environment yan, andyan yung mga building, andyan yung mga puno, andyan yung mga poste ng Meralco, whatever it is, you can produce your own web and swing your way forward. Okay? So Tarzan versus Spider-Man, I hope madaling tandaan. But with enough experience in entrepreneurship and business, ikaw na yung may control sa opportunities mo. You can create opportunities on demand that will move forward kung ano yung tinatry mong i-build, kung ano yung mga goals na sinet mo, kung ano yung mga dreams na gusto mong i-pursue. Okay? That does take a different process, di ba? Ibang journey. But I hope that makes sense as a comparison. I'm actually pressed for time. This happens to me a lot. Sabi ko 5 Cs pero nasa pangatlo pa lang ako, right? I guess this is just high time for me to share na hindi ko matatapos yung 5 Cs na pinlano ko initially to share sa inyo ngayon. Pero what I'm giving you here is a space to start processing nasan kayo. Okay? Like, assessing lang nasan kayo and all of these things and try to look at, okay, ano pa ba yung mga opportunities ko for fueling my own clarity na hindi ko pa nagagawa right now. Okay? So, balikan ko yung konti yung community. Okay? I'm really not as structured. Maybe it's due to ADHD. Pero, meron ako ipapatay na gawin sa atin, right? So, can you open your Facebook? Can you open your browser and then go sa Facebook? Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to be sharing my screen. This is what my Facebook account looks like. Oh, by the way, if you get any value from this call, you can just go to my timeline and comment kung ano yung value na nakuha nyo from this. Ito ay actually ginagamit ko in the days that I feel down, in the days na feeling ko wala akong maiaambag sa mundo, o parang energy is too depleted. So this reminds me of, okay, kahit pa paano naman pala may nagagawa akong mabuti sa buhay ng ibang tao. So I have to just press on. Okay? So it's a favor for me. It's really not anything else. Okay? Anyway, so you can go through your Facebook groups. Okay? Tapos, and groups that you've joined, you can click on see all. So makita nyo na dito lahat ng mga groups that you're a part of. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Dalawa lang naman nahahati yung groups natin. The paid ones and the free ones. Right? So, yung paid ones, syempre, nag-invest ka dun. So, okay na yun. Sulitin mo yun in whatever way possible. Yung mga free ones, okay, you basically get access to those, okay, for no cost. Just your time and energy. Okay? However, your feed sa Facebook and yung understanding mo which communities you are a part of, that's usually one of the things that captures your attention and pwedeng maka-confuse sa atin along the way. Okay? So, just for the next 5 minutes until we end itong call na to, I want you to identify at least 5 free groups na hindi mo na kailangan sa buhay mo right now. Okay? Based on what you're trying to achieve, based on the goals that you have, based on ano ba yung gusto mong maka-breakthrough in right now in life? Ano yung 5 groups dyan sa listahan mo na irrelevant na sa buhay mo ngayon? Na okay lang kahit you leave that group na, right? Grabe naman, 5 groups. Mahirap madali. Okay? So this is part of, so it's actually touching on all three. Okay? So you're gonna be given some kind of rest. So that's on the calm side. Kapag mas na-temper din kung ano yung nakikita mo sa feed mo. Okay? Pangalawa, this is also about refining communities that you are in. Why would you stay in a community na hindi mo naman nagagamit as of now? And if it's free, pwede mo siyang balikan at another season of your life kung kailangan mo na siya. Okay? So pwede mo siyang bitawan lang ngayon and you pick up at another point in time. And lastly, with commitment, so nagte-take action na tayo kagad towards your clarity. Okay? Ang suggestion ko moving forward, at least on a monthly basis, you get to review ano yung mga communities that you're a part of. And which communities then yung nagagamit mo at nag-a-add ng value sa journey mo right now. And it's not against the communities kung sakali na hindi mo sila nagagamit ngayon. Okay? It's just a season of life. No, na may mga ups and downs, may mas magiging priorities ka versus magiging non-priorities. Okay? Yep, it's a way to digitally declutter. I actually have a few mentees na isang buong call namin, ito lang ang ginagawa namin. As in, ito, ano tong group na to? Bakit ka sumali sa group na to? Bakit nandito ka pa sa group na to? Isang buong call lang ginagawa namin, isang oras, 45 minutes to 1 hour. Then declutter lang namin yung social media aspect, especially Facebook side of things sa buhay. Okay. If I would, so sa akin, ano ba yung mga groups ka dito? Baka kailangan rin mag-declutter. Okay, so hindi na ako sali sa online Filipino freelancers. Hindi ko naman kasi rin nagagamit siya. Hindi ako nagpo-post, hindi na ako tumitingin ng mga posts doon. Okay. The rest are actually mainly sarili kong group o kaya paid group. Okay. Parang yun lang yung kailangan ko alisan right now. Okay. But, kamusta with this activity? Meron ba kayong na-figure out na parang, okay, di ko muna to kailangan for now? Okay. So, we're being practical with this. First, with your calendar, naka-schedule ang sleep time, nap time, and then recharge or recreation activity. Okay? Pangalawa, so with communities, manonotify ba yung group kapag nag-leave kami? No. Pwede naman mag-announce muna kayo. Post ka na parang, hey, bye-bye muna. Diba? Like, but hindi. Hindi manonotify yung group. Yeah. So if people know you in the group and then you're important enough to them, mapapansin nila pag wala ka na sa group. Some admins, ako, napapansin ko sino yung mga nalilive sa group that I have, from time to time. Yeah. Because I do check it then. So parang I scan it from time to time. So pwede siyang mapansin. Pero, diba, ang mature ng approach na to, no? Parang, yeah, it's just time to let go for now. Okay. So this is a practice for a whole lot of things, but you're giving space for more clarity. Okay? I'll probably do a part 2. Kasi hindi ko natapos yung plano ko sana tapusin. And I can probably do that within June pa din. So in 2 weeks time or where I would find time. Yeah, so ngayon it's 6 p.m. And I'm held accountable to go to a samgyup dinner with my wife. So hindi pa ako nag-almusal just for that. So we'll have to go sa ngayon. But I hope this session has been something useful sa inyo. I would love it if you can probably give feedback dun sa nakapin na post sa profile ko. Kung sakali man na hindi, it's totally fine as well. But this will be continued. Ayan, naka 5 groups na. Congrats. Kung sakali hindi pa kayo naka 5 is a sweet spot number. Hindi naman kailangan pilitin. Pero it pushes you to think a little bit more intentionally about it. Well, all right. Sige. So I'll be letting you go muna sa ngayon. Let's take a picture as a final thing here. Tapos, yeah, we can have dinner na afterwards. Game. So I'll take a picture in 3, 2, 1. Ayan. Maraming salamat ulit. And yeah, I'll be interacting with you also. Cheers. Take care.